What is going on, Kingston? Welcome back to another NTW3 battle. You know, it has been probably over a month, at least, if not more, since I've recorded last. And I know it's been a while, guys. Let's see if these players will give me a chance to give my introduction. Every time I went to record, something came up. You know, ironically, if I just recorded, it probably would have bothered me less than me trying to record some days and it just not working out, or me just getting busy or distracted. But we're back, and hopefully with 1000%. Quite a long break. It was kind of nice, honestly. Having little breaks every once in a while is good. I feel like I should have told you guys if I was having... I didn't plan a break, honestly. I just took one, I guess, without meaning to. But yes, we are back. I'm gonna be trying to, you know, get out 4 videos or 5 videos a week, whatever my normal schedule was before I slowly was tapering off. But anyway, enough about me being back, because yes, I'm back. We are doing another tournament battle right back where I left off. There, guys, there's like over 100 replays that I have to go through after these. I have 2 lined up, and there's 100 more I gotta go through. This is insane. But today we have the Rhinebund and NR4 clans facing off in an epic 4v4. They are on Portugal 1A. They are using the 1809 5th Coalition. 36 points total on both sides. Before they clash viciously here, looks like we already have some Hussars charging out, maybe trying to run down some Chasseurs Cheval, maybe go for a general. I'm not sure, but that I don't know if that's gonna work out. Yeah, we have more cavalry. France re-engaging here. Ooh. Oh yeah, some Chevaliers and Chasseurs Cheval charging in. I see if those Hussars get away, the tree line's gonna definitely slow them down. And these poor blokes, they're running. The tree line's slowing them down. Let's see if they can get out of here. This is Hohenzollern trying to get away. I think he's gonna manage it. Yeah, they're gonna break ways. They're gonna part ways here. But before this battle actually pops off here, let's slow motion, because Hohenzollern is getting really close to the French line here. So the NR4 are playing the Coalition, the Austrians, and they have a 9-point Rosenberg, 8-point Hohenzollern, 10-point Hiller, and 9-point Bellegarde. The Rhinebund is playing the Imperials, and they have an 11-point Eugen, 8-point Imperial Guard, a 7-point Bernadotte, and 10-point Massena. Some very strong cores for both sides. High points. Lowest points being a 7-pointer. And it looks like already the Austrians, they rushed forward, took this left LOC, the leftmost portion of this map. Cavalry protecting a little bit on this left side. It looks like there may be at least 1 corps here, if not 2. And this 8-pointer is by himself for now. No reinforcements, at least for another 5 minutes. Of course, you have Bellegarde. He is pushing, and Hiller, pushing their corps this direction, but it looks like the most Rosenberg's going to be over here. Bellegarde's going to be well over there. And Hiller, the very strong core, he'll be a minute. So I'm interested to see what the Austrians are going to end up doing here. How well he's going to... I mean, he could get rolled, guys. He could get absolutely killed. But I am curious. We'll see how well he plays. France making some aggressive pushes. This is where they have the opportunity to make an attack. I hope my like audio and everything is kind of still good, and I didn't like screw up my mic somehow. That usually happens, and I probably should have done a test run, but I kind of was pumped to get back to it. Hope you guys have all been doing well. Nice volleys from France. Artillery from the Austrians, you can see splashing in on this French line. As the smoke begins to just drift over this right-hand side of the field, we'll see if more French reinforcements push this way as well. I haven't seen a general. I think there's some way back here, and then of course some cavalry on the left. But here we go. Let's see. Bernadotte, he's playing the Saxon corps, and then 2 more French corps here, and then 1 here. So That's 3 in the back. So yeah, France is attacking, which kind of gives Austria a slight breathing room, as he's only facing 1 corps at the moment. And of course, there is some cavalry rushing up to help out. Artillery getting some nice hits once again, as France is trying to push into the tree line, maybe use it as a bit of masking from the Austrians so they can push forward, maybe push around the flank, and Austria won't know it. I mean, they'll have to guess. Of course, they have cavalry that is scouting, and they have a probe, some line infantry from Austria pushing out here, but you can see already some shots going their direction from some skirmishers. I would assume the role of musket fire is pretty constant so far. More and more French troops shuffling over this direction. I do see some cavalry from the Imperial Guard, 8-pointer, horse artillery, but no infantry yet. Still, the cavalry's pushing over Austria. They have cavalry over here as well, so still pretty evenly matched, I'd say. Look at that. Austria is pushing right into this tree line. They don't even care. Some cavalry pushing around the flank. More infantry as well. Yeah, this skirm flank could actually really tear up the Austrian flank. And it will take a while for Rosenberg and the other Austrian armies to both these 9-pointers are going to be a minute before they get here. So 10 and 8 will be the only ones fighting at the moment. We'll see. France may try to drive directly down this road. If they cut off Hiller and then send a reinforcing corps over here, it could be over for the Austrians to a certain degree. But France is not very strong on this flank so far. If anything, they are kind of just keeping a dead even fight going. Nice open field of play for the artillery for Austria. I've not seen a lot of French artillery yet in action. I did see that horse artillery earlier, but not a whole lot else. Oh, check this out though. France is getting attacked here. On the left side, this grove, the Austrians are advancing to secure it and secure that left flank. You see they have some skirmishers and some infantry, but there's also Austrian cavalry hovering on the left flank. And I don't think France has a definitive or a very significant force here. Maybe some light infantry and skirmishers. And it's actually forcing them to withdraw just a little bit here. Yeah, they pulled back quite a bit. Austria's kind of definitely setting the mood at this moment. They are pushing. The French are actually on the more defensive stance right now. Hiller still unopposed, advancing down this road. France is getting closer here, so, I mean, if we look at the map here, this 1-pointer, interestingly enough, seems to be where a lot of force is being focused. If you look at this, there's a 2-pointer on each side for each clan, and the 2 1-pointers are up in the air as well as this one. I wonder what the significance for both teams of pushing. And besides that, maybe they're fighting. Oh, hold that thought. We have a cavalry charging in, getting some French on the run, and some skirmishers now in danger as Austria can advance their line of infantry. France does have some chasseurs cheval, but they seem to be withdrawing and leaving these poor skirmishers to die, as the French flank is in jeopardy right now. Reinforcements pushing up though from France. Gonna re-engage, I'm sure, on this side, try to hold at least a portion of the tree line. And we do have a big cav engagement here. Saxony, Bernadotte pushing in, trying to engage the Austrian cavalry, try tying up their lines. Does look like some skirmishers did get run down by some French Imperial Guard, Chasseurs Cheval. And here we got more infantry pushing up. This may be Eugen, potentially. Or it could be Messina. Although I feel like this is Messina right here. But you can see here the French barely holding on to this portion of the tree line, but they are not being pushed back now. Hitler has ignored a portion of the center. He's probably just going to defend a slight portion of it while still pushing up to reinforce, but Austria is doing quite well here. They don't need to rush over to defend this side. Unless France, which there is a general right here, so there could be another French corps pushing this right flank. And that could be bad news for the Austrians. Look at these guys pouring in some volleys. France is getting in position though. And Austria doesn't want to get too close necessarily. It does look like Hitler is setting a slight reserve maybe, but the majority of his corps is setting up to oh there's the good guys, the very potent portion of the corps. The Deutschmeister have some amazing stats and very large units, 150 men. Just keep them in reserve just in case. You have France pushing up to meet them, so we may have some engagement here in the center momentarily, as both sides have kind of created a distance on the left flank. We have a heavy concentration of Austrians on the right. Yeah, look at that. That's a lot of Austrians. I mean, each army, let's see, 21, 18, 24. Let's see. Rosenberg is the 9-pointer. He has 2,400 men. The next largest army after him is Hitler, actually. But honestly, the French, I mean, Eugen has 2,800 men. And Messina has 21. So there's some large amounts of troops in the field, even for the French. They are not outnumbered necessarily in this fight. I mean, the 8-point Imperial Guard is only like 474 men, probably a cav corps, if I were to guess. But here we go. We have the French trying to extend this flank. Austria's trying to mirror them, but they probably are gonna have a tough time actually stretching the flank all the way to the end of this grove, with more and more French troops showing up. They're still trying, though. They're trying to do their utmost. But France definitely is having to march quite a ways. They are not in position yet. I mean, so is Austria. Austria is still moving, and this is a much slower 2 corps, L2s mostly. So they take them a minute to get into position. In the meantime, actually, Austria has lost a skirmisher unit. What are they doing here? Oh, we have an advance. Look at this. Cavalry and infantry. This is a big push being made by France. Infantry in support of the Austrian line. They cannot form square. This is going to be actually, it could be bad. Now, if they get a volley off, it's over, but, oh, man. See, the forest has totally deadened that cav charge, and now Austria can get a nice volley on the flank, and they're going to do just that, but they are getting charged on the flank by France. Still, I feel like this. I mean, Austria counterattacking with hussars as well. Both sides getting into hand-to-hand combat at this point. Austria looking a little worse for wear, though. And they do break. Quite easily, unfortunately. We have a reserve line pushing forward here. They cannot form square. They're going to depend on their cavalry, which they are committing here. Trying to thrust back the French. And they're going to have to watch out. Their left flank exposed. They can pull back to the hill here. Their general is standing nearby. More cavalry pushing over to this left side. They need that cav dominance to be able to stop the Austrian or the French infantry from getting into hand-to-hand. As you saw, they crumbled. Excuse me. They crumbled the two Austrian lines pretty easily. And that was not even the greatest of cav charges because of the trees. Which, you know, that's pretty realistic, right? Cav charges through a tree line would be a little messy. It would not work out very well. Now, Hiller, they have made a decision. France is winning a little too decisively on the left. Hiller is shifting over a majority of his corps, or maybe, you know, just because the other two Austrians are here in France is kind of just chilling for now. It's getting the opportunity to shuffle using this road, which I love when you are able to utilize the road to quickly move troops to and from different points in the line. And that's exactly what they're doing here, utilizing it quite well. We'll see what France does now. They threw back that initial Austrian line. Let's see if they can get anything anywhere else on this line. Quickly before Hiller gets here, because you can see already, I think he's about to make his appearance. There he is. But here we go. Maybe potentially France pushing up. Is that the Imperial Guard? No, it's not. I wonder. Oh no, the Imperial Guard doesn't have any infantry, I'm pretty sure. It's like the skirmishers are invisible or something. Here we go. Hiller's trying to get himself in position. So much infantry. Oh, there's one. This is the only one that you can bring. Yeah. And Saxony's here as well. Or Bernadotte, I should say. All the Saxon line musketeers. Artillery up in the high ground. I'm just waiting to see Hiller make an advance here. Now, the thing about the Austrian corps that are potent, they don't even need a melee. If they just push in, and they can stand there and just outshoot the French, and that's what will have to happen. And they can also take melee. They can take bayonet charges made against them, and I mean, they'll not be stellar in them, but they won't crush or, you know, crack immediately and retreat. So it's a pretty dangerous corps to have coming at you, and it's cresting this hill right now. Look at that. Just more and more of them keep appearing. One of these skirmishers looking up and seeing the masses of Austrians pushing. I would not be a fan. And the counterattack begins. Or maybe the attack begins afresh. Oh, we have cavalry pushing in. Oh, they try to go for some skirmishers? Maybe? Bit of a mess in the tree line. Here we go. Hailers committing here. These skirmishers are about to be executed. That's a point-blank range from a Deutschmeister. Oh. Yeah, there it goes. Man, Austrians are chewing up the French line so far, though. And we have it's more of a probing push. I mean, I don't think they're making a full-on attack here against the French, but they are testing the waters, as it were, to see where the French defensive lines are, where they're weakest, where they can make a potential attack against the French if they can swing around the flank, or if they have masses of reserves in the center. Austria is driving back this Imperial force. Look at this. They are pulling back out of the tree line, as that's a lot of infantry. And the French do not have the reserves nor the capacity to be able to defend against it. It's maybe the point at which France needs to pull back. Oh, cavalry. Saxony defending against the Chevaliers. Ooh, some Austrian infantry getting a wicked volley off. They're going to break the Saxon cav. Nice charge from Austria. Look at all this hussars smacking through, breaking yet another French cavalry unit. And Austria seems to be really getting some forward momentum going. Once again, France trying to stop some hussars from maybe taking out some artillery pieces. And over here, France actually getting a little bit more engaged. The French artillery is actually in danger of being captured or killed. Surprised I haven't seen the Austrian cavalry making a run for it again, because that's 12-pounders, 3 of them. Some skirmishers getting sent in to try to slow down the Austrian line. Oh, that's gonna slow them down for literally like 5 seconds. Oh, is that Guard du Corps? Oh, yeah. Go right into Salzburg. French infantry trying to push up to support the cavalry engagement, but Austria seemed ready for it. Oh my gosh, what happened? It's like Austria went for some bayonet charges, and it is working. The tidal wave. Oh dear. All right, Austria. Wow, actually, I thought things were going good for Austria, but they still seem to be doing as good. And it's turning messy real fast. Oh my gosh. Alright, so this whole melee, France actually swinging around the flank here. Austria needs to watch out here. Their center is starting to cave. A lot of Austrian reserves here pushing on the flank. Over here, Austrian cavalry breaking more French infantry. Things are going better for the NR4 than they are for the Rheinbund right now. But over here, Austria has gotten thrown back, at least in the first attack. You can see so many troops breaking here. But it's getting messy real quick. Looks like they form a square. Yikes. Alright, well, France seems to have won the left flank. Over here, things aren't looking as good for them. I mean, Austria's hitting them from two sides. This whole right flank here, it's lost a significant amount of men. And Austria seems quite strong still.
Our men are running for them.
Another cavalry charge. It's like trying to tie up this French line. Some French cavalry tying up the Austrian line. Ooh, man. But it is like Austria is starting to win. Slowly but surely. Rather bitter fight, though. And actually, no, France is winning this left side. This is not good for Austria at all. They have a few units here that are exhausted. Besides that, France is kind of rolled back. Now, of course, Austria is just punching through the right flank from France. And there's not a whole lot that France can do to stop this.
Bien reçu. Our men are running, sir.
All right, this flank. I mean, the French gotta have. They have to fix this flank. I mean, Austria's are rolling almost unopposed down their whole side. Look at this. Look at that wall of Schwarzen.
Our men are running.
The real question is, are the Austrians going to ignore this right flank, their right flank, keep pushing the left and circle back for it? You know, are these going to even out? Either way, this seems kind of a very back and forth battle. One flank winning, then the other flank for the side winning. Got this brave Saxon artillery piece. Look at this point blank fire too. French don't stand a chance. Oh no! Did that even hit? Oh, what? There is a couple Imperial Guard troops. And Ledoux. Alright, so there's a lot. Wow. I wonder if the French went for a guard build of like the elite artillery, a couple units, then some cavalry, and that was it. That makes sense. Why they have the Grenadier Cheval. Either way, unfortunately, they probably took too long to get up to the front lines to make an impact, unfortunately. I mean, the Austrians just kind of ignoring them at this point, just rolling into the Bernadotte's corps. And over here, Austria's trying to delay the French as long as possible, inflicting as many losses as possible, but... it's not working, as you can see. These guys are going to commit to. Here we go, though. Get some action from the
entire unit is dead.
Guard. The artillery. Oh, I thought they were about to fire. Dang. Another bayonet charge against Bernadotte. He's going to countercharge here. Let's see. And they're starting to consider LOCs, maybe. That's 3 points for them. They need at least one more point. Uh-oh. Ooh, Massena's dead. That was a huge loss for the French so late into the battle. Alright, let's see a beautiful charge by this heavy cavalry. Come on. I want to see it. Oh, they're in form of square, not this guy. Oh, no way. They caught him off guard? Looks like the French are now going to consider LOCs instead. 21 minutes remaining. That's a little bit of a time still. There's still time to get LOCs. Oh no. France really trying to break and crumble this flank using just the Imperial Guard units. Look at this. Alright, well, that's one more flank kind of dissolved at this point. Kind of leaving just the one front here for France. So my brain is going at a very slow speed right now, I think. I tried to drink coffee before this because I just got off of work. So if it's a long pause and I'm just like, there's nothing happening, my brain could be like trying to put myself to sleep. But I will not allow that. I will not allow it. No. So we got the fighting. This could turn into LOC. This also could turn into a deathmatch victory. You never know. Depends on how France plays this. This is still potential for an LOC victory for... I mean, Rheinbund could do it. Kind of doubt it. They don't have as many troops in the field. But they do have Bernadotte over here. And then the rest of the French over here. Still, though, if these guys roll over here and take this two-pointer and they hold both two-pointers for the next 19 minutes, they could win this, but I don't know if that's going to happen. Quite honestly. I'm being real with you guys. They're giving it their darndest. While they're doing that, Austria is going to try to move in.
This building has fallen to the enemy.
I think they took it finally. Yep. Alright, so in development. However, if they bottleneck them into this two-pointer, then get all three one-pointers in this two-pointer, they'll be fine. They'll be fine. It's all a matter of what's Bernadotte gonna do here. I'm sorry, this has not been a very easy win. There's been a lot of death inflicted on the Austrians. Despite them having a very decisive win on the field, they have not gotten without some pretty high casualties. But dead men win wars, you know? Well, I feel like most wars are won by people who have... Someone has to die in order to win the war, right? I think there's a single war that hasn't been won by someone not dying. I know it's been very short wars, like insanely short, but a bloodless battle, a bloodless war, I don't think that's even possible. Yeah, this is gonna start hurting France. Cavalry running around the flank. Oh, and they break. Salzburg, they're gonna be the one going for the LOC, potentially. Cavalry running around the flank here. What are they going for? That's the question. Ooh, the cavalry. Oh, look at the morale from France. Starting to break. Oh man, the just coordinated assault on multiple fronts here. It's like the Alamo kind of thing where you're getting attacked from all sides. Just like everywhere you look, there's enemies. The general maybe getting felled pretty soon here. Oh, that's him right there. Oh wait, where is he? Is that him? Is he gonna live?
We have killed their general.
Oh, was that him?
Now they must pay.
I think that was him. All right. Well, I feel like there's not a whole lot else really to do in this. I feel like it's a pretty decisive win here. It looks like the NR4 are going to win this by deathmatch. If not deathmatch, it'll be an LOC victory as there's a little time left. But if nothing happens and they just march up and take the LOCs, I'll just fast forward to the end. And I'll keep you posted, but there's enough time, I believe. Even if they just all the coalition have to do is take this 2-pointer, which they can definitely do. They have time to march down this road and take it. So if anything, I'm just gonna skip ahead, guys, and if nothing changes and they just take that 2-pointer, we'll just check on the results. All right, guys. So that was the match, an LOC victory for the NR4. Good game for all those involved. They were able to take that other 2-pointer, and I mean they didn't get the other points, but you know, ended up being a good fight for them. And the defense was a stalwart defense. I'll give the Imperials that. But let's look at the results here. So we can see here we have Watson. I believe he's playing the 8-point Hohenzollern. He got 982 for the kills. We have Marshall. He was playing the 10-point Hiller with 1427. Duke Bob Ross as Bellegarde, 9-pointer, 926 for the kills. And Vander as Rosenberg, 9-pointer with 1005. On the other side, Xerxes, who was 11-point Eugen, he got the most kills out of anybody with 2019 kills. You have Kaj, he was playing Massena 10-pointer with 1337. You have Lesheng as the Imperial Guard, 405 for the kills, and then you have Uzo as the Bernadotte with 596 for the kills. So definitely, man, it was a bloody battle either way, and I did enjoy it. So well, I hope you guys did as well, and thank you all so much again for joining me. It truly, I do appreciate that even when I've left for a little bit for making videos, you guys don't just all like unsubscribe and dip, which I wouldn't blame you for doing that. So I appreciate it. It means a lot to come back after a little bit of a break and be like, wow, you guys are all still here. And, you know, I don't know, just it warms my heart, I should say. And I do appreciate it. So thank you guys for your unwavering support throughout all these years. And onwards to another year, obviously. You know, we're going to keep plugging away. But until next time, guys, you guys have a great rest of your day. Stay safe. And as always, I will catch you all in another video.